Hi there, sports fans. This is Playitright TV. I'm Quinito, Henson. We're going to talk about something that's very, very unique to our show for the very first time. We're going to talk fencing. Dyan?
Right. Hi, welcome again to the show. And super happy and excited to have with us tonight to talk to a woman who, ever since I've known her, has been winning medals fencing all around the world. Every time I talk, usually in Europe, very seldom in the Philippines. But we're happy that she's representing the Philippines in the field of fencing, currently ranked number 71 in the world in women's foil international fencing rankings, Maxine Esteban. Hi, Maxine. Welcome to Playitright TV.
Hi there, Max.
Hello, Dyan. Hello,
And
Quinito.
the Maxine's coach is here with us, and this coach is world-renowned fencing coach in foil. He has won 16 medals as a coach in the Olympics and many more world championships. Hello, Andrea
Hi,
Magro, coach.
hi,
Playitright TV.
hi to everybody. Thanks a lot. Hi.
Well, it's great to have you both here because it's an honor, first of all, for us to be able to talk to you because Maxine is world class, you're world class, Andrea, and for you to be dedicated to guiding Maxine's career, hoping to get into the Olympics, and that is really, really something that we admire you for. And Maxine, tell us about your quest to go to the Olympics.
Well, it started the moment I held my blade, because fencing has always been my passion. And ever since I first held my blade, I already told myself na I want to go to the Olympics.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you're for the 2024 Paris Olympics, of course, right?
Yes.
Okay, now what do you need to do to be able to qualify? Because let's say like now you're ranked 71. How many women in your discipline qualify?
So from my understanding, usually they get the top 4 teams in the world rankings, and then after they get the top 16 of the world, and then like the number one of each continent. And then if you didn't qualify through that, there's parang qualifiers for every continent, and whoever wins gold gets to go to the Olympics.
Well,
All right.
Maxine, you've already competed in several international competitions. You've gone to the World Cup, and I was looking at your resume. You've performed in Germany, Uzbekistan, where you got a silver, and then you performed in Serbia and Italy. You got a bronze, and you've also gone to Cairo for the World Championships, and you've won medals in the Southeast Asian Games 2019, team foil, a bronze. 2022, this year, a silver in team foil. Andrea, what caught your eye about Maxine, and what are her potentials that make you feel that she can go to the Olympics?
Okay. First of all, I have to tell you, was like, I think our history is a really amazing history because how start our technical relationship, how they try to find me, and how we start to work together. Maxime already knows this. I'm like a man before, like a coach. I like to be always honest to Maxime. I like the dream of her, and believe me, I work with a lot of very good fans, but it's not easy to find a person like Maxime. Like really, she wants improve every day, and she have a very big dream of Olympic Games. But when I talk with her, I say we have to work very hard for improve because for try to go in Olympic Games is not easy, and we have to be able to beat a lot of top fencers, and this is not easy. And then day by day, also before the senior world championship, when the big injuries come, we work really hard, and every day I feel she's grow up, grow up, grow up. I'm so lucky like a coach because I can work with a person really never she stop, always she won't take every information, and also she do her and the family a lot of sacrifice for support her for go around the world, because I say if we want to do a very important step, we have to go to move from here. We have to try to do more competition, because finally the training between us is very important, the training with the sparring partner here is very important, but the true experience comes from the competition, and then we do like this. And the last season, in the last three World Cup, she arrived in top 64. Top 64 mean you pass the first day where you have to go do the pool, and after, if you win a lot of match, you can arrive in 64. And going 64 in the Senior World Cup is a very important step. And then really I feel she's really grow. Before the World Championship, we was in Seoul for Asian Championship. And in Asian Championship, she take like 11 or 12 place, I don't remember, 11. And also in Seoul, she do very good, because in the pool, she do 5 victory. She beat also a very strong Korean. She arrived in the main tableau. She beat some fencer. And after for going top 8, she lose only for one touch with one Chinese fencer, very strong. And then really like a coach, I feel she's grow up. And before the big injury also, she was in the good way for arriving top 64. And then what can I tell you? I feel a few seconds later the injury, already she don't give up. Already she restart. She work. I'm sorry for the word, but she work like an animal every day, morning, afternoon. She follow the schedule of the doctor, of the physical coach, my schedule. Is already the 2 of December will be 4 months after the surgery. I think if we continue like this, in January we can back on the piste in the World Cup in Paris. And then I'm so happy, I'm so proud to work with one girl with a really big dream inside of her heart.
Well, Coach, for you to talk like that about one of our fans, incredible. So, Maxine, you said that 2022 was, you described it as one of your best years because you did so well in the World Cup, but then you also suffered an ACL PCL tear in your knee at the World Championships in Cairo in July. Can you tell us about that and your road to recovery, as Andrea started to tell us?
Actually, I tore my ACL. Not, luckily, I didn't tear my PCL. So, actually, it was a really huge sacrifice for me because prior to the competitions I joined, I moved to Italy to train there with my coach. And unfortunately, nga, during the World Championship, I tore my ACL. And the past 2 months, I had spent my time going in and out of hospitals, rehab centers, and gyms here in Manila. And I was supposed to be training in Italy already and competing all around Europe at this time. And during the World Championship, I was really looking forward to a great performance and furthering my world ranking because I did really well nga in the previous World Cups where I was able to get in the main tableau of 64.
Yeah, so you hurt your knee in July, and then correct, you had surgery to.
Yes.
Where did you have the surgery? Was that in Italy or here?
So I had my surgery in Australia, in Sydney.
Oh, Australia pa. Okay, so now both of you are here in Manila. Are we correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
Maxine, when you suffered your injury last July, this was not the first time you had an obstacle. Back in 2015, I think you were 15 years old at that time. You suffered that accident, and you were carrying what, 3 bottles of glass, and
Yeah.
you cut your hand. Several tendons and several nerves were severed, and you underwent 2 surgeries. How did you manage to survive that ordeal and still continue to fence? Because my understanding is you still can't have a close fist, and you still don't have that complete grip. Is that true?
Yes. Well, I never really considered like my injuries as a setback. And during the ACL surgery, I stood up from the moment that I felt pain. I stood up right away, and I fought hard, and I won the bout. So I don't really see my injury as a setback, but more of a blessing. And I try to think of it as a like something na like God gave it to me for a reason, and that He has a plan for me.
So incredible determination this Maxine is showing. I want to know, where is this coming from? What motivates you to do all that you do for fencing? I know you travel the world. You're still you're taking college, and you're, like Coach Andrea said, like day in day out. You're always trying to push yourself. What motivates you to do this, Maxine?
Well, my biggest inspiration is also being an inspiration to the Filipino youth. And this is what motivates me because I want them to know that the Filipino is really good, and we really have a chance in the world stage.
Yeah. Well, Maxine, let's go back in time now and trace your history. I understand that you also competed as a figure skater, both locally and international. And then it was only when you were 11 years old when you decided, let's go to fencing because SM Mega Mall Ice Rink closed down. And so I guess figure skating must have been one of your early passions. What led you to fencing? Anything that fascinated you about fencing?
Well, I tried many different sports after fencing, after ice skating. So I
Okay.
tried badminton, taekwondo, but I didn't really like it until I tried fencing. And what fascinated me about fencing is, of course, the gear. Like at first, it looked really, really cool for me, and even if it was really hot in the Philippines, parang it really looked cool wearing that suit. And I really like how agile the fencers would fence and how they move in the pist. And I like how you have to strategize in every point you make in fencing.
Okay. Well, Maxine, I remember the movie that I watched many years ago called The Parent Trap. And that involved twins who were fencers. I read somewhere that that movie had an impression on you. Is that true?
Yeah, actually, when I watched that show, I immediately told my parents that I wanted to try fencing.
Nice. You have super
Amazing.
spirit. Andrea, you have coached so many champions in the world stage, Olympic stage. Uh, what will it take for Maxine to make it, and how close is she to make it to the Paris Olympics?
The high level performance and then the high level success and the high level dream need a very long process. We have to work a lot. I tell you again, I'm so lucky like a coach. I can meet a person really want to learn every day. Um, I say to her, we must have the capacity to back in the elementary school because the Olympic Games, the Senior World Cup, try to find the Olympic qualification is like to go in the university. But like Maxime, if you want to be a good student, like she's in the university, we have to follow every step: elementary school, junior high school, and all. And then every day we try to improve our culture of fencing. And what I want to tell you is like you say, I was very happy to work with a great champion in the past, but it's not easy to find a person like a Maxine. She have a really, really big heart. I feel a lot of time. I'm Italian. We are really emotional people, and then I feel it's easy for me to feel how strong is inside of her. She won't really improve. She won't do all what she can do for try to go in Olympic Games and try to do the best in every single match of every day. This is the true secret. We have to work very hard for be ready when the moment will come. It's not easy. There is every fencer, like every sport person, want the victory. We have to be ready when the time. When the time will come. And you know what I want to tell you? I think the Philippine Fencing Federation is very lucky to have some athletes like Maxime, because always when we talk, she tell me, I won't go in Olympic Games for myself, but I won't go in Olympic Games for my country. And then she's really proud also of her flag. And also this is very important. I tell you, always, every day, she's so motivated. Now during the rehabilitation, we want to be ready to back on the piste in International World Cup in Paris in the middle of January. And now she's training every day, morning and afternoon, without stop. You can imagine me like a coach, how lucky I am if I have the opportunity to give chance to her to take her dream.
Coach Andrea, you've been in several countries all over the world. Can you tell us which countries you've been to in coaching, and what brought you to the Philippines? What led you to Maxine?
Okay, I was okay. First of all, I started like a coach in my club in Udine, a little town in Italy, and after a few years, the federation gave me the position of head coach of foil, men and women, and I worked with the Italian Federation for 15 years. And then I do few Olympic Games, some medal, blah, blah, blah. After when 2008, I finished my contract with the Italian Federation. I have a short experience in like a manager in the soccer team of my town in Udinese. Yeah, like a manager for organizer. It was an amazing experience. But if you are a fencer, you will be a crazy for fencing. And then when the Japan Federation called me, I told with the boss of the soccer team, I say, sorry, I have to leave. I miss fencing. And then I work in Japan. We do a very good Olympic Games. We don't take a medal, but 2 girls arrive in top 8. After a few years, I back in Germany, and I build a new team with new generation. And also when I was in Germany, I have a very good young student, Leonie Hebert. Now she's one of the top in the world. And I see Maxime in some junior competition. I see, oh, look at this girl. She's really a fighter. She's really good. Oh, and then I was curious. I see her. I say, oh, look, she comes from Philippines. Unfortunately, Philippines don't have a big history about fencing. They work, they try to improve. But I see this a little faster tiger on the piste, and then I was curious. But after Germany, I was in America, and after in Kuwait, I think we meet in one Asian championship under 23. But Max don't come to me. She was very shy, and then the mother come and say, "Good morning, coach. We can speak. We see you during your job with the Kuwait. You won't come?" And say, "Sorry, I can't come now because I have a contract with the Kuwaitian Federation." But we start to be in contact always. And then I was very curious, because I tell you, it's easy to feel from out of the piste how the character of Maxime, how she can win, how she want to win. And then when I was free, immediately I told with her, and then I say, okay, let's go try to this new adventure. And then I think she's in the good way. In Italy we say every day we have to do our best. Like this, before go to sleep, I can look my face in the mirror. If I can look my face in the mirror, I can smile. This means I do all my best. And Maxime, believe me, every day. Sometimes she tells me, "Coach, I'm very tired. Please." I say, come on, Maxime, don't give up. Because she work really like like a tiger. I like to call it. If you see her, you see she's so sweet, so educated. But I think inside there is a really a tiger. And then every day I'm happy and I say thanks to Maxime, to the family of her to give me the opportunity to try to find something of historical.
It's nice. I like that you called her a tiger.
Yeah, yeah. The fencing, Maxime say, oh, I like how they move. Sport is very elegant. It's true. It's very elegant sport, but it's very, very hard also. You are on the piste alone. You and your opponent in a few milliseconds, you have to take a very good decision, and your body have to work very hard. And then you have to survive, like in the jungle. The tiger, the lion is the king of the jungle. And then really Maxime, I think, is ready to do all what she can do for do a good job.
Yeah. Well,
How many
Maxine,
years? Yeah, please.
your fencing, you're also in college. You done with your management engineering in Ateneo?
Yes.
Okay,
I
but you're
graduated
doing
this
other
year.
course?
I graduated this year in Ateneo, but I'm also enrolled in UPenn, University of Pennsylvania, and I'm graduating next year, May.
Okay, so you're taking an online course and you're doing another major.
I'm taking another undergraduate course in UPenn now.
Can
Wow.
I say something? Can I say something about
Yeah.
Yes, please, coach.
how professional is this tiger? We live for 1 year in Como, and we training every day in the morning and the afternoon. In the morning she do physical and the lesson, individual lesson. In the afternoon she do practice, she do match. And 3 4 day each week she have to wake up 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning for do
Mm.
online lesson. You can
Oh,
imagine how many sacrifice she do this girl for be ready in the life with the university, but also in sport. And then sometimes she don't sleep a lot, but never she give up. When she finish the lesson, she do a very good Italian breakfast, and after she come to training.
Wow. So
that's
she's become a good Italian cook too.
Yeah,
Maxine,
yeah, yeah.
your stories are legend. I read somewhere that there was an occasion when you participated in a Bangkok competition, when you left Manila on a Tuesday night, and then you arrived in Bangkok Tuesday night. You had a competition Tuesday morning, and then that night you had to go back to Manila because you had to take an exam in Ateneo. You took an exam in the morning. That same day at night after the exam, you flew back to Bangkok for the competition again, for the team competition, and then you competed the next day. I mean, how? What? What? I mean, this is mind-boggling how you're able to juggle your time going from competition back to Manila, Bangkok, Manila for your class, back to Bangkok for your competition. Uh, you're certainly a driven person, that's for sure, Maxine, and you're also quite an accomplished artist. I understand you do violin. You're also doing oil painting. You've also raised over 300,000 pesos for frontliners during the pandemic. Um, it seems to me you're a total package. You're a dream girl. Is that not right, Coach? And plus, she cooks good Italian food.
Yeah, you know, is very nice what you say, and I think this country, the Filipino Fencing Federation, they have to be really proud of people like this. We don't talk about the medal, the success. This is sport. The pist will decide who is more strong. But if you have in your federation, your club, one athlete like this, one person like this, for this reason, always I say, when I talk with myself, I say, Andrea, you are very lucky to have a student like this. Like this is very, very, very nice. When you
Coach,
talk about it,
how many years have you been together coaching Maxine?
Maxime, now after COVID, what is 2 years, like without stop, 2 years?
2 years without
Yeah.
stop. And before COVID, you already were together?
Yes,
Yeah,
but
because
only
we start to work. Yeah, sorry, Maxime, you can
oh,
explain.
sorry. Only for a
Go
No,
ahead.
month,
no,
and then
no.
and then COVID happened, and he had to go back to Italy.
So you
But
actually
now
started before COVID,
the
about
Philippines coach,
2019.
and are you going to be training here up till? Am I correct? You said you're gonna try to join the World Cup in Paris, middle of Jan.
A World Cup in Paris, yeah, January. So I'm going to
Oh,
fly to Italy first week of January, and then I'm going to stay there for a year.
a year.
A
Yes,
year in Italy, and then the World Cup in Paris will be in 2024 or 2023.
2024.
Oh, okay.
No, no,
So
no.
Ah,
you have
sorry,
to,
The
it's
real,
not the World Cup is
no,
2023. Sorry.
sorry. Oh, it'll be 2023. So you get
Yeah.
to Italy, train for maybe a couple of weeks, get to the World Cup in Paris, and then stay in Italy for 1 year, do the qualifications, and then I guess there will be the Southeast Asian Games and the Asian Games. So you'll be back for both of those.
Yes, if the schedule doesn't collide with other competitions.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Why did you choose foil? You know, there's saber, there's epee, and then there's foil. Why foil?
Well, it's because everyone start in the Philippines, everyone usually starts with foil. So I really invested my time in learning foil for about 2 years. So I didn't wanna switch to another weapon anymore because parang super sayang yung 2 years. So I stick with foil.
Okay.
So
And your
Maxine,
family. Yeah, go ahead, please, Dayan.
when you compete, like who are the pinakamagaling sa foil around the world? Sino yung pinakamatindi mo laging competition?
Uh, well, before it was the Russians, pero they got banned from fencing this
Mm-hmm.
year. So right now, number one is Italy and number two is US.
Hmm.
Well, it's good that you have an Italian coach.
Yes.
Maxine, tell us about your family support. Coach Andrea said that it was your mother who approached him. And this must have been in the, how many years ago was this, Andrea, when Maxine's mother approached you? You were still coaching Kuwait at that time. So this must have been about 4 years ago.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I was with Kuwait. Yes, when
Mhm.
the mother talked with me the first time, and then from this meeting we start to talk. Sometimes we are in contact. How are you? What's happened? I start to follow the competition of Maxime online, something like this. And when I finish my job in Kuwait, I go USA because a very strong American girl, she tried to contact me for find the qualification in Tokyo, and the name is Zinga Prescott. She is a very amazing athlete, but unfortunately, she have a big problem in the hip. She have to do a surgery, and then she have to stop because in the past she have a lot of problem, but they don't care a lot in the good way. And then I don't want to continue to stay in New York. Only for work with the club, and then I text Maxime and say, Max, you have the same idea? She said, yes, coach, yes. And then immediately I start from 1 year.
Wow. And this is amazing because he's a dedicated coach just for you, Maxine. This must be something like a gift from heaven, Max.
Yes. When I heard the news that he was going to be my coach, I was really, really happy because
And tell us about, yeah.
I've been waiting for several years for him to come.
Well, tell us about your family support, what your parents have done for you, and for you to be guided in this fencing career.
Well, I can't begin to express my family's support for me because ever since I was young, they really supported me not only financially, physically, and emotionally. But now that I'm an adult and I'm trying to live by myself, they continue to support me financially. And I'm really, really fortunate and grateful for them because they also made my recovery period better, and I'm really happy that I have a solid support system because of them I never once looked back, and after my surgery I immediately focus on the future.
Nice. So Maxine, you are going to be. Where do you guys train here in the Philippines? Do you always train with Andrea? or do you
Yeah.
train other fencers also?
When we're here in the Philippines, we train with the national team, but now I can't fence yet with this national team, so I'm training in Republic Fencing. It's like a club, and I
Yeah,
try to fence with the kids there.
that's great. So you're gonna be leaving in January, and uh, would you say that fencing is a sport that Filipinos can really excel like after you? But I understand. I guess it takes a lot of money because, like, you've had to travel all around the world, right? Hire a foreign coach and all that. Would you say that Filipinos, they have a chance in this after you?
Yeah, I really feel that Filipinos can make it in the fencing world stage because Filipinos are very agile and they're very street smart. And actually, yung number one in the world, she's half Filipino, half US, half
Oh,
American. She also won the Olympic gold medal this
oh,
last Olympics.
she's half Filipino. Who's that?
Lee Kiefer. Yeah, she's
Are you
Wow.
half.
friends with her? Are you in contact with her?
Yes, but she hasn't visited the Philippines in a long time.
Well, that's nice to know. Well, Diane, I think it was a very exciting episode that we've had because we were introduced not only to Maxine and Coach Andre, but also to the sport of fencing. First time that we've featured fencing in our show. And it was, well, such an eye opening and revealing episode. So we want to thank Maxine and Coach Andrea for their time in
Thanks a
coming on to
lot.
the show. And Diane?
Before we go, I want to ask, Coach. You were telling us off cam that Maxine is an excellent Italian cook. Can you tell us
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are her recipes now?
In the beginning was hard process because you know what she do the first time we meet, and she want to eat spaghetti, and she cut the spaghetti, and I look her like, are you a criminal? How you can cut the spaghetti? If
Knows
you are if you are in an Italian restaurant, they will call the police. Spaghetti is like a religion for us, but day by day she understand, and we find a very very good restaurant in Como where they made immediately when you order, they made the pasta by hand immediately, and it's so good. And a lot of time we go in this place, and always Max try to understand, and sometimes someone tell me, oh, also the parents tell me, oh, tonight Maxime cook the carbonara is so good, and also I try it. Now I think she really like the Italian food.
Well, that's so nice to know. And
wow.
Maxine and Andrea, I hope that before you leave for Paris to start your training in January, we can all get together and maybe we can have some Italian food. What do you think,
Yeah, will
Diane?
be nice. Will be nice. Maxine will organize this. She will be the chef, and she do all the menu.
Oh, that sounds good.
Sounds
So long as
good.
there's tiramisu for dessert.
Yes.
Well, thanks very much again, Maxine and Coach Andrea, for your time and for gracing our show and for opening our eyes to the future and the magic of fencing. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
All the best.
Thank
Looking
Thank
forward
you.
you.
to you.
Thanks,
Thanks a
guys.
lot.
Thank
Take
you, Max.
care.
Thank you, Coach
Bye.
Andrea. Best of luck to all of you. Well, something new, Diane, and what a nice feeling to see a coach so dedicated,
True.
providing full-time service to one fencer. And, you can't do better than one-on-one training, coach and athlete.
Well, I think they were made for each other. You can see the dedication of Coach Andrea, and well, I mean, Maxine is just an overachiever. I think she seems to like want to do everything. That's amazing at 22 years of age. And I'm really really praying that she'll be able to recover so that she can qualify for the Olympics. That would be so nice because wow, she's been working so hard since she was young. So it would be nice to see her achieve her dream. Well, thank you so much again, Maxine and Coach Andrea. We're looking forward to eating some Italian food with you, cooked by Maxine. We're gonna try to take her up on that, and maybe we can show that on Playitright TV. Before we go, we wanted to invite everyone to please check out playitright.com, our sister company, the sponsor of our show. They make this happen. They have wonderful products for sports and fitness. They have the best brands, world-class brands, high-quality brands that you are going to love. Perfect Christmas gifts for yourself and the family. Please check them out, playitright.com.
All right. Thanks very much again, guys. And hope you enjoyed this episode on fencing. This was Playitright TV. I'm Quinito Henson.
Like, share, and subscribe to our show, Play It Right TV, Dyan Castillejo. Until the next time, thank you.